Yo guys, I'm back with another video. This one is for my vegetarian friends. Stir-fried greens with garlic and jasmine clay pot rice. A really great dish in my opinion, which every vegetarian should try this making at home. This is a really simple recipe, starting with 1 cup of rice in a clay pot and adding about the same amount of water, about 1 cup, and put it on simmer and let it just go for about 10 minutes. Till time we are going to work with the greens. First, peeling off the layers of the bok choy or the Chinese cabbage. Then we're going to take a colander and put our snow peas in, our bok choy in, and our spinach in to wash this thoroughly, because greens usually contain a lot of sand and dust, so you need to wash them. And first we're going to chop up our bok choy to separate the greens from the whites, and just slice up the greens, so that because the greens actually cook faster than the whites, so you don't want one or the other to overcook or undercook, so that's why we need to cook them separately. Chop up the whites, really, mincing them, roughly chop them, up to you. I usually mince them because it's melt in my mouth and I love that feeling. To put them aside. Now time for your spinach, and now how to deal with your spinach. Do it as you do with herbs. Like if you take parsley and just put it in a bunch and then slice it up, do the same with the spinach. Make a bunch, and like I'm doing, make a bunch and just slice it up. Move your knife through the spinach and it will easily chop it up. And take out the stems if you want. I don't really mind the stems, but if you want you can take out the stems also. Now it's time for the spring onions. I'm going to use 2 spring onions, both the greens and the whites. Again, chopping them separately because both cook at different times, different temperatures actually. Yeah, they cook at different temperatures, not different times. Alright, so the second spring onions here. So cut up the whites, finally slice them. And now it's time for the broccoli head. I'm going to use about 1/4 of a broccoli head and just move my knife through it. I really am not much of a broccoli fan, so yeah, only 1/4 of a head of broccoli. And now we are going to move to our mock wok and adding about 2 tablespoons of sesame oil with 2 or 3 teaspoons of butter. Yeah, there goes the butter. The butter would provide the richness to the already fiber we have. All the fiber we have, you need to have some richness as well. The butter provides you that, and sesame oil is just traditional Chinese. So now how to check if the oil is hot enough? Put a floret of a broccoli, and if the oil sizzles, it's hot enough. Like right now it's sizzling, it means it is hot, and you can put on your broccoli florets in. Usually you blanch these first. All the greens you should blanch them first if you want the color intact, but since I'm going to put soy sauce in it anyway, so I think just fry them up directly. Now it's time for snow peas. These are about 100 grams of snow peas that I'm going to put, and these two take the longest to cook. That's why I am putting these first and just stirring them up. I am also going to add a little bit of salt because it would, the power of osmosis would release all the water and the vegetables would cook faster. Now the one thing that I don't actually have are fresh mushrooms. Here I have some dried shiitake mushrooms that I'm going to just tear up with my hand, because chopping them with a knife would be a real pain. So just tearing up with the hands and roughly just putting it in the mock wok, or the kadhai as my Indian folks would call it. Just frying it for a few minutes, just keep on the move so that nothing just burns. And sorry sorry, I have a bad throat. We are going to add all the spinach and the Chinese cabbage. I'm going to add a little bit of more sesame oil, and just going to keep on frying these. Never let them click more than a minute on, you know, one side. I may say, just don't let it touch the pan for more than a minute because it burns really fast then. So just, you know, keep it on the move. Add some salt, add some red chili powder, and some black pepper, freshly crushed black pepper. Nothing can beat freshly crushed black pepper, and provides a lot of great flavor. And now let's work with the garlic. You need to use 6 cloves of garlic. You can use more if you want. I go with 6 because I cannot handle more garlic. Just roughly chop it up. And yeah, I am putting garlic this late in the game because garlic burns really quickly. By really quick I mean really quick. In 30 seconds, if it is on the pan, it will burn. So put garlic always late in the game. Don't put it first. Or if you're going to put it first, put it with something else, like with onions. That usually in Indian dishes it is that way. So garlic goes in the stir fry and just mix it up, and you're starting to get all the garlic aroma flowing through your house, and your house smells like heaven. Now I'm going to add for acidity vinegar, about 2 tablespoons of vinegar, and about the same amount of soy sauce, being 2 tablespoons, and again not using the stir fry teriyaki sauce there is because it has a lot of sugar in it, which I do not prefer. I'm just going to let it sit for a few seconds, and after I'm going to add the green onions and just fry it up. The smell and the amazing smell for the green onions, the garlic, the vinegar. It's really fragrant. To add ginger garlic paste again. Adding this list in game is because in my experience it burns really quickly, so just add it late in the game and mix it up. Gives you a really great fragrance, and put it on one side for a few seconds, and we're going to move to our rice. Really fluffy, really like separating each grain rice. I love that kind of rice. And we're going to present this as a Japanese donbori, which is a rice bowl. So that's the easiest way to eat. So to layer the rice at the bottom of a bowl. Additionally, what this kind of presentation would do is that all the vinegar, soy sauce, acid would go into the rice, would seep into the rice from the greens, and all the smoky flavor through steam would go into the greens. So you would have a mutual relationship with the greens and the rice working together in tandem. That would be the best thing you would ever eat. And you will just cover it with all the veggies. You shouldn't even see the rice right now, and sprinkle some sesame seeds over for color heterogeneity or color contrast. The white really pops out. Now I'm going to use my third spring onion, green, slicing it up, putting it over this, and it's done. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. It would really help me grow, and until next time.